It's not just their content. People are there listening to the music too. I mean, like, even my cell phone can play Pandora in the background while I watch a Twitch stream. Yeah, it's great, right? No, it doesn't have a Dredger in it. No, it's got Darkblast. It's a keep. Oh, this hand is sick. I get to go Faithless Looting off the Spirit Guide and then put 5 power into play on one. This deck is sweet. Can we just talk about how great this monkey business is? That sounds excellent. Thank you for letting me know about the Stream Decker. I'm updating it now. That's the line with this hand, right? It's like Faithless Looting, Spirit Guide, Faithless Looting, bin these two, play a land, Bloodghast, trigger Prized Amalgam. It's like 5 power on turn 1. Yes, playing Pandora through your stream. Correct. I'm saying while I watch other people stream, I can also play Pandora on my phone. Well, that's great. All right, so now I'm going to play this City of Brass and trigger these, and then next turn, we'll just go Gemstone, Cathartic Reunion, bin these 2 Dredgers, start going. Five power on turn 1, right? That's sad. It's a little sad. No, I think I want to just get both my guys out here. Dredge once, twice. Triggered a Narcomoeba. Oh, I get another Dredge here, right? Right, this card draws 3 cards for some reason. Another Narcomoeba, triggered another Prized Amalgam. Man, this is great. I'm excited, chat. Are we excited? All right, hit you for 5. Put 5 more power into play. Turn 2, 10 power. What up? What? Off to the Dredge races here. Yeah, spreading sees me. Oh no. Oh wait, so this is a neat trick. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna stop on my turn. No, I don't even need to do this trick because I just have a second Darkblast. I just get to double Darkblast, kill this dork. Nice Storm deck, opponent. Be a damn shame if someone were to kill you. Dredge this Darkblast. Darkblast you. Oh, Darkblast you. Thank you for 10. You know, NBD. NBD. Are we good? Is this cool? Is this one a wrap? How we feel, opponent? I feel like both teams really tried here. I feel like both teams really tried their hardest. Let me tell you about my, there's the monkeys in chat. Just get them. I think the spoiled cards from Rivals aren't powerful enough to have an impact on Standard, which makes me sad. Hopefully WotC does right by the ban list and fixes that. Hey, Looney Bob, Fulgrim. Okay, look at all of it. Why isn't the monkey smiling like Karn does? That's true, we should have made him smile. They're dead, right? Oh man, are we gonna die? Oh god, don't kill me. Don't kill me, opponent. They're going for it. They're going for it. Serum Visions is a good sign for us. Serum Visions. I don't play limited, so their limited formats might be great. Oh, I need to update it. Thank you for the title. There's so many things to do. Yeah, swap cards, update Stream Decker, get things uploading to YouTube. Just so many things to do mid-meme. Yeah, I'd ban a Tune and I'd ban Rogue Refiner. then the big problem with a lot of the cards from Rivals is that the powerful cards in Rivals are like synergy cards, and the energy deck's just going to tear them apart on card quality. I really hope you die here somehow, right? I just play the memes I'm paid to play. If someone else sends money for Cobra Saheeli, it'll probably get played fairly quickly because I like the Cobra Saheeli deck, but like the donation decklist queue, is deep, so I need to spend time playing it. And you did. All right, what are we doing? Driven to Despair is great. This card is great. Makes them discard their hand. Is that all we're doing here? I feel like that's all we're doing here, right? No energy. So this is the problem with the energy cards. The energy cards are synergistic, but they're also individually powerful. You get both halves with energy. So like you get cards that are nuts together, and you get cards that are individually strong. Yeah, Conflag could be. I think I just want to cut these Darkblast. Is that cutting too many Dredgers? How many Dredgers does this deck have? Got 1, 2. This is 11. This deck needs more Sultai Charm. I feel like it's just Driven to Despair. I could see Conflag being okay. I think I want Conflag. I want Conflag in my deck. I cut some Street Wraiths, be a little bit. We'll probably bring the Street Wraiths back in on the play. Out of curiosity, how are you going to manage donation lists as you grow? More people implies more and more lists sent to you. Might charge more or be more specific with the requirements. Yeah, I'm probably going to be slightly more selective with the decks that I accept, but honestly, I'd rather just have a backlog. Like, my document that describes the donation deck list is pretty upfront that says, like, you know, if you just send the base $12 and we're going to get to it when we get to it, it might be a week or two, or as the list goes longer, it might be a month. Like, people can look and see what's in the queue to get an idea of how long it's going to take for me to play something new. So I'm upfront about it. I'd rather have them stacked up than not have any, though. I think having too many is a good problem to have. That's okay, right? Get to Neonate. If we hit a monkey, we get to Cathartic Reunion on one. Hand seems okay. This is another donation deck, and we've hit, and like I like being kind of liberal with the donation deck list that I accept, because like we've gotten some really sweet donation decks, some really sweet decks off of the donation decks, right? Like, am I just doing this now? Is there any reason? I'm just supposed to do this during my opponent's second main phase, right? There's no reason to do it now. Is there any reason to do this now? No, because I'm dredging, so I'm not going to hit a monkey anyways. A picky mine with Hex donation decks. It depends on where we're at in the ladder season. Earlier in the ladder season, I'm more willing to play bad decks because I have more time to climb back up the ladder. Later in the ladder season, I need to be more selective. Man, all right. Someone asked about finding a second land. We've got two copies of Dakmor Salvage in our deck, right? Yeah, so eventually we'll just hit a Dakmor Salvage here. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should have neonated there. Because those are some really bad dredges. We haven't hit a Narcomoeba in the top half of our deck. Only this one that's in our hand. That's pretty unfortunate. And sometimes that happens, right? Like all the cards you're looking for, we haven't hit a We didn't hit a Narcomoeba or a Dakmor Salvage in the top half of our deck here. Through 29 cards. Again, not counting this. So like 3 Narcomoebas and like 20 cards. Haven't seen one. You'll note here that my opponent has Snow-Covered Island and Regular Island in case you want gifts for them on occasion. Or they have a Remand. There's the Stinkweed. Wow, still... Okay, we hit 2 Amalgams there. Opponent's hand is pretty bad too, at least. We got that going for us. No, there's not a Dakmor Salvage in here that I'm missing, right? Nope. Nope. Alright. Narcomoeba, please. Wow, holy crap. At least their draw's not doing anything either, I guess. I feel like Bring the Lightscape Shift. I think it's far too slow, clunky, and non-interactive. It's 3 weeks old. It's on Gathering Magic. 3.5 weeks, 2.5 weeks, something like that. Well, I mean, the good news is we have 3 Narcomoebas left and 21 cards here. They found a red source. Probably dead. Why did they bring in Pieces of the Puzzle? They're expecting, like, discard out of me? We die next turn, then? Oh, that's a pretty bad Pieces for them. Unless they need a Grape Shot, that's a pretty bad Pieces. Hopefully we hit all of our Amalgams here. There's only 1 more in our deck. It's pretty unreal how bad we've run so far. There's a Narco. Did we hit a thing yet? And we did not hit the last Amalgam. We did hit the Dakmor Salvage. Okay, that's good. The Dakmor Salvage means that we can get our Bloodghast back next turn, which is nice. What deck would I sleeve up if I was playing the P2 tomorrow? Probably Grishelbrand. Just like, for the record, I would have practiced a lot more, but I would probably sleeve up Grishelbrand. They have a Past in Flames. Smells like Piff. Could just be double Grape Shot, too. Alright, we floated around a little bit and then we died. Hey, there's a donation. You shouldn't have mentioned Cobra Cats. Now we gotta play a Troop Lion with the $5 donation. Thanks, bud, I appreciate that. Do I want more Street Wraiths in my deck post-board? You feel like I do. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna do this. Not having Conflagrate's probably wrong here, but I kind of just want to like beep beep go fast. Hey, Bash Gooder with the brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much and welcome. I disagree, Looney Bob. I don't think that card is good in this matchup at all. Usually when they combo off with Grape Shot, they can overkill you by a lot. Usually they don't overkill you by a lot because they want to click less on Magic Online, but I feel often they can overkill you by a good deal. I think Driven to Despair is excellent. This, like, I think even if you're not doing something crazy like playing Simian Spirit Guides and Street Wraiths, you should probably have Driven to Despair in your deck. It's 2 hands with no dredgers in the opener. How much RAM are you using, Magic Online? This seems okay, right? Scry Dakmor Salvage to the top. Oop. $5 pimped up monk. Alright, it seems gearing up to be quite good. If we're playing a tapped land next turn, but like we need to dredge a Stinkweed Imp and then we're gonna Cathartic Reunion on 3. Hopefully go nuts. So dredge the Thug to start. See what else we get here. They have surgical extraction? I guess they could have surgical extraction. Start with Stinkweed. Stinkweed. This is kind of awkward. We haven't hit anything yet. I could like take this salvage, but it only brings back 1 Bloodghast, and we haven't hit any amalgams in 26 cards. Alright, well there's 2 more Bloodghast for that. That's probably gonna be too slow. I guess the upside, yeah, I should have taken the salvage there because it lets me flashback Faithless Looting next turn. Yeah, I think that's the case. I think I should have. Yeah, we've dredged. We're running really poorly on like what's in the top half of my deck, but I think I should have taken that salvage so that way I could catch Faithless Looting next turn. Yeah, we're pretty unlucky here, but I think I played kind of poorly with the resources that I've been given. I'm gonna go and dredge the salvage now. Wow, still nothing. All right. Oh, I guess now I have life from the Loam up. That was just like I doubled down on my punch. I like punted last turn and then doubled down on it this turn when I tried to correct. So it was incorrect to dredge this turn since I couldn't flashback Faithless Looting anyways. I actually disagree. I think this deck feels much worse on Magic Online. There's, in paper, you can rearrange your graveyard in Modern for the relevant cards to be up top, and you can't do that on Magic Online. They just make you quicker. Like, if you can't think of matches in Modern where you want to be quicker, you're really not trying hard enough. This is probably going to be like Ritual, Gifts, Untap, Kill You. Deal. Deal. So like that's what you want to be doing when you're playing matches of Magic. You want to be like when you're making changes to a deck, you want to be improving matchups that are bad. Like that's just literally good deck building. Like normally when we say that's good deck building, we're making fun of someone, but like trying to make your bad matchups better is actually good deck building. I have no idea why they bordered it Echoing Truth, don't ask me. God, we're drawing so badly. Oh god, alright, well there's a Narcomoeba. We get to bring back some Bloodghast here. Yeah, Driven to Despair is very good. How many amalgams did we hit? 3, I think? Just 2, because we are running that cold. Alright. Alrighty, we have all 4 Bloodghasts at least. Well, in the event that we don't die or get angered this turn, we get to drive them to despair next turn. Three Narcomoebas, 2 Prized Amalgams in our bottom 14 cards. I keep showing Emrakul because Magic Online is quality software. It's a feature. Need Echoing Truth to beat Grafdigger's Cage? That's funny. Alright, kill me. That's the best part about playing this kind of deck in Modern, is that I just get to, like, auto-pass and hang out and chat with all of y'all in stream here while we die. So I think the turn I failed to dredge the Dark Salvage could easily cost us this match. I think that was a pretty big mistake. Our dredges were a little medium, but I think that turn, and then I dredged the Dark Salvage the following turn and, like, doubled down on my mistake. I think that definitely could be the make or break difference here. Yeah, I assume we're just gonna see some rituals, like 2 more rituals, and then a Past in Flames naturally. I arguably think Storm is one of the best decks in Modern, genuinely. I'm hoping that enough people show up to the Pro Tour with it that, like, they knock it down again. Are we not dead? Does pieces of the puzzle mean I'm not dead? That would be so good for me. Because if we're not dead here, we get to empty their hand with Driven to Despair. Yeah. We get angered. No, they just have enough rituals to kill us. Good lord. They need 1 more, right? Because Past in Flames cost 5 to flashback. Wait, what? Are you getting grape shotted for lethal? They have another bolt, or are they 1 short? Well, that was something. So they're hoping to draw a land and then flashback Past in Flames, flashback Bolt next turn. So if they don't draw a land or a bolt or a grape shot, they have a lot of draws here that kill us. A lot of draws here that kill us. Worth noting that if I had Conflagrate in my deck, they'd be dead, right? I think they'd be dead. Yeah, Conflagrate would kill them. So you could definitely argue that I messed up how I sideboarded, right? Because I cut my 2 Conflagrates to bring in the extra Street Wraiths again. And they had the land in hand too. So if I had a 2 Conflags in my deck right now, we'd have won this game for sure. All right, don't kill me. Am I dead? Am I dead? Yep. It's really unfortunate. Make sure they see it. I assume they see it. Yep. Womp womp. And you know what's actually funny here? So that turn I missed Dredged was that turn I missed Dredge put us behind on a Bloodghast trigger, right? It put us behind on a Bloodghast trigger. So if I'd have hit them for 2 more points of damage, they wouldn't have been able to do that there. So I boarded incorrectly to not have the Conflagration in my deck to kill them at the end there. And then also because of my missequencing on the 3rd turn, I ended up 2 points of damage short. No, see, like, I agree that the Storm deck's very powerful, and like I would agree more. I would be more pleasant. I would enjoy the format more if it wasn't in the format. But like just saying like there was nothing we could do then, it was just stupid Storm. I think that's writing off a loss that didn't have to be a loss just to like make yourself feel smarter. All right. If we hit, this hand's risky. If we hit another Dredger in the first 3 cards, though. Hey, nay, Nugin Brun, Lay N with the brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much for sending your Amazon Fun money this way this month. God, I am so fucking unlucky today. That is ridiculous. We are not lucky enough to play fucking Dredge today. That's actually good lord. Ugh. Oh god. And then we drew a Prized Amalgam for the turn. I mean, I guess I get to cast this life flow and get it back in my bin. God, what a beating. What are the odds of hitting? That's a good question, actually. What's my Hyper Geo say? So we had 53 cards in our deck. How many Dredgers do we have? I think it's 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We have 15 Dredgers. There are 14 Dredgers in my deck. The sample size is 3. I'm looking for 1. We were 61% to hit another Dredger there, so a little over a coin flip. I think you definitely take a little over a coin flip there, right? Oh, just Scavenging Ooze? Alright, well now we're done, right? Just naturally as turn 2 Scavenging Ooze. I have a Dark Salvage in my thing. Oh, that game, we couldn't do anything different other than like mulligan. But I think that hand's a keep. Like you're not playing this deck to not keep hands like what we just kept. A Darkblast and a Conflag matchup for sure. So I'm breeding in these. I think I can trim these. I'm gonna trim 2 of these. I think like 2 Street Wraiths is my go-to trim here. Seems fine. Cutting Dredgers is fine. We're bringing in other Dredgers. No, that's wrong. Because if you hit another Dredger, like the Street Wraith just lets you go insane. Like, could you imagine if we got to dredge 5 cards that turn? Like, but we'd have been literally like plowed right through turn 2 Scavenging Ooze, right? Like run you right out. Worth noting, the sideboard doesn't have a good way to deal with Scavenging Ooze. Scavenging Ooze isn't particularly popular right now, so I don't necessarily know that that's necessarily a deck building mistake. Like, we have Conflag, and Darkblast theoretically can sometimes, but... There's 4 Thugs here. I'm boarding 2 of them out because I'm bringing in Darkblast. The combo version is better, or the elf. I like the version that makes infinite mana, the combo version. Oh, 0 axes is a thing. That's true. Some number of axes might be okay. I haven't played a ton of traditional Dredge, but you're right. They do usually play some axes. That sounds fine, right? So I'm gonna go Dakmor Salvage on one so we don't take a ton of damage from our mana. This isn't like a turbo Dredge hand, but it's just like, just to bin two imps on whatever. Yeah, another Cathartic Reunion is actually a really good draw. So I'm gonna bin both Stinkweed Imps here. We get kinda punished if they have exactly Surgical Extraction, but I don't think I expect them to have Surgical Extraction. Alright, we had a Conflag, that's pretty good, and a Darkblast here. We are just the absolute worst at drawing fucking Narcomoebas and Prized Amalgams today. There's 21 cards into our deck. If you're gonna play Dredge, if you can't draw Narcomoeba, you can't play Dredge. It's just a rule. Hallowed Fountain. Okay, so they're playing the Bant Visor probably. Play better. That's good advice. It really is. Just like top notch. Voice, sure. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and do this before we play our land in case we get more Bloodghast here. We did hit a Bloodghast there, so that's good for us. This. Okay, we had another Prized Amalgam. Yeah, what we got. All right, running out of dredgers too. Okay, 2 Bloodghast, 3 Amalgams. That's a good start. Oh, 3 Bloodghast, 3 Amalgams. It's not even about being like super lucky too, right? Just like running a little bit closer to the average, like having Narcomoebas on the top. Like we're 37 cards into my deck without a Narcomoeba right now. Ew, what's that?
Ew.
Ew.
Ew. It's not cool.
Can I just kill them here? They're pretty close to dead, right? What if I just conflag and do 1, 2, then I've got 7 cards in my hand, so I want to hold this Darkblast. So I'm going to send 3 more up here. How do I even see what number I'm typing? Is there a 3 there? I think that's a 3. Like, how am I supposed to know what number is in this box? How am I supposed to know what number is in that box? I guess I'll find out when it asks me how many cards I want to discard. Okay. I could Loam, but I want to kill this Voice of Resurgence with the Darkblast, the token. So that way I can hit them with another Prized Amalgam. And I didn't hit another Bloodghast, so I think this is fine. They might path their own thing here. They might path their own thing here. Opponent doesn't want to play Magic anymore. Opponent doesn't want to play Magic anymore. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna save, right? This seems fine. There's snow outside. Thanks everyone that's hanging out here today. I really do appreciate it. I think turn 2 Reunion's hard to pass up. It's got plenty of dredgers. For a true professional, we'll draw a monkey on turn 1. Can I get some monkeys? Chat, I'm gonna need some monkeys. Subs, can we get some monkeys channeled into chat, please? I need the subs. Channel the monkeys. Channel the monkeys, subs. I need a monkey, and I need your energy to do it. Everyone, we're put a stop on our upkeep until I see some. I can't go on and pass my upkeep until I see some monkeys. All right, there we go. There we go. All right. We got, okay, Worth. Can you bless us with a monkey? All right, I'll take a Darkblast. That was like second best, right? Had 8 really good ones there, and that was one of them. And I appreciate all y'all. The apes turned into a Darkblast. The apes turned into a Darkblast at least. Please, Mr. Line Drop. Rats. Rats. Do I want to kill this, or do I want to Cathartic Reunion this turn? Thoughts, chat. We're definitely dredging this. Do I want to kill this, or do I want to Cathartic Reunion this turn? I think I want to kill this. How do we feel about killing this? I am into Stone Rain, that's true. That's a great way to put it. How do you feel about Stone Rain? Great! That's a 3-3. We're probably getting Bojuka Bog this turn. Do these decks usually play Bojuka Bog? Does anyone know? I feel like they have to, right? Whoa, there was a Narcomoeba on the top half of our deck. And only 1 Prized Amalgam. God, we're bad at this. Did we hit a Conflagrate at least? We did hit a Conflagrate. We got that going for us. Okay. We've got Conflagrate. Oh, should I have just conflagged this? It's possible I should have just conflagged this turn. Yeah, I probably should have conflagged this, right? They could make it plus, although I guess they're probably accompanying here, right? Discarding this Bloodghast is fine. Flashback is whatever speed the card is.
My choo-choo is spice.
Your choo-choo needs batteries. I think it's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, no.
We're gonna die to this, right? If my opponent's smart, we're gonna die. Just gonna move on with our life here. Turbo Dredge. Turboing into nothing. So, we lost 1 match to boarding incorrectly and then taking a bad line on turn 3. and then we definitely, it definitely feels like I got a little bit unlucky in that game. They weren't tapped out, Bob. They had the Knight of the Reliquary up, and Conflagging takes 2 mana. Flashback on Conflag is 2. Do you need help with the choo-choo? Okay. I'll be right back. I got help with the choo-choo. Oh, the batteries are almost dead, huh? You'll have to ask Mom for new ones. Lordy, that's a stinker. Also not good enough. And the Faithless Looting away from being okay. Cathartic Reunion also, like, kind of okay. This matchup's good for us. I'm sure we're about to get dumpstered now that I said that, but Celestial... Well, okay. Celestial Colonnade's a good matchup for Dredge, usually. Huh. So... we can do this, and then... we can Darkblast our own thing, and then cycle Street Wraith. Yeah, basically Stranged. Just trying to push the pedal down to the floor a little bit. What do you think of Fish in Modern after the latest spoilers? I don't know. Does that deck have room for more lords, I guess is the question. During their second main, I'm gonna do this. Just in case we hit Narco plus, more memes than regular Dredge. That's true. It definitely has more memes than regular Dredge. Well, that's decent for us. Get another Bloodghast. They traded Bloodghast for us. Just like, I would love to put this one back. So next turn we'll get to Dredge Stinkweed Imp. Yeah, I mean, like, some people were playing like that the Explore Merfolk even before we got these new lords, right? Like, there was a blue-green Merfolk that had kind of done okay. Two, three. Hey, what's going on? Got an Osuch. We hit 2 Bloodghast with that? That's really good for us. Well, I guess I shouldn't turn off auto yields. Tackle. I shouldn't auto pass here because I want to Darkblast a Snapcaster if they play it before blockers. Oh, you know what? Yeah, okay, this was a punt. I shouldn't have played my land because of that Electrolyze. So that was a missequence on my part. I should have attacked first there, and then they wouldn't be able to save themselves 2 points of damage there. They'd be at 12. Or they would have had to kill it before I play my land and I get the other ones back. Again, like, little small sequencing things that you can do correctly. This time, I'm going to do it correctly. I'm going to go and attack first. I cast this. I guess I can flashback looting. Oh, should I have flashback looting before I did anything else? Yeah, probably. Probably should have started here. Well, I guess this plays around Cryptic Command, right? No, I should also have done this before I played a land, because, like, if this resolved, these could have triggered. Yeah, like, if I draw... Oh, are we getting remanded here? Logic not in? Sure. Oh, now we're getting logic not in. Okay, sure. My sequencing's been less than sludge. I mean, like, again, those 2 points of damage I missed here, like, look at my opponent's health total right now. They're at 8. Like, it's a pretty big deal. And, like, now, my opponent doesn't want to kill any of my Bloodghast, because if they kill... Wait, Cryptic, tap draw? Yep. If they kill my Bloodghast, I get Prized Amalgams back to play. Cast these two. Oh, I could Darkblast my own Ghast. Wow, that's good. That's a good line. It's a good line. Huh. It's a good line. I like that line. Those are just like things that Dredge players know how to do, right? This deck's sweet. Matt's always been a big fan of this deck. I think it's pretty powerful. Just no dredgers in my bin. Should have. Alright, they're like on the Cryptic or Die plan, right? Alright. Haven't seen a deck list. You have to link me a deck list, and I'm not going to look at a deck list while I'm streaming, so you want to send it to me off stream? Look at that synergy. Kill my Gemstone Mine, get it back. These amalgams will trigger other amalgams. I like how I put one amalgam on either side of my board here. So Snapcaster Mage still holds us back a little bit. They can snap Cryptic. They certainly have 4 of those. Snapcaster buys them 2 turns, right? So this is worth pointing out that one of the things I don't like about this list, Iron, again, I mentioned at the very start of the video, is that the lack of conflags is pretty bad for us. I think not having conflagrations in the main deck is probably pretty bad. Hopefully they get cheeky and try and bounce their Snapcaster Mage here and we punish them with a Darkblast. Nope. I think of Pawns. I think Pawns is a garbage tier deck. But, I mean, most of the decks people play in Modern are garbage tier decks. So if you enjoy playing Pawns, play it. That's the answer to most modern decks. Most of these decks are terrible, but if everyone's playing terrible decks, you'll get to win with your terrible deck occasionally too. Yeah, definitely, Goosefix. I'm always up for like tiered decks. We wouldn't do it today. This is gonna be my last Magic League for today, whenever we're done with this one, but I would definitely be up for playing Dredge again. I'm not sure the Street Wraiths are worthwhile. I actually really like Simian Spirit Guides in the Dredge deck. There was a copy of Dredge that top-aided an open last year, I believe, that had Simian Spirit Guides in it. I was always kind of a fan of that. So I'm not sure that the Street Wraiths are really doing what we want. Like, those could very easily be like the conflag spots. Honestly, I think Driven to Despair is probably main deckable in this format. I think that card's really powerful. Like, I'm definitely boarding it in here, right? So like, I think like this is a main deck I'd be interested in playing. I think like these 75 cards here would be an okay main deck. Darkblast isn't great here. Encounters Company is a good deck to play. It's okay. It's less bad than a lot of the garbage people play in Modern. I feel like one Gnaw to the Bone is fine here. I think my opponent burns us out occasionally. I'm just gonna leave a Darkblast in. I feel like there's a non-zero chance my opponent could have Rip, but Jeskai often doesn't have Rip. I feel like they usually have Surgical or something like that, which this list also doesn't have any good tools for playing around. Like, we don't have any Collective Brutalities or Thought Seizes to really play around Surgical. Or Anger of the Gods. Anger of the Gods is another card. I guess Driven to Despair kind of plays around Anger, because you can just, like, hit them. Make them in their hand. Yeah, but it also doesn't have very good results in non-Magic Online as well. It's okay. Exciting, but it's fine. I'm gonna bottom that. I could see an argument for keeping that. Do I personally maintain a tier list? No, I do not. That could be a fun project. I think I want to bin an Amalgam here. Not hitting any lands on that is really bad for us. I appreciate that, Z-Max. Welcome. I do see those. I keep my Twitch chat up on my extra monitor, so I do see them when they come through. So thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate everyone that's hanging out here today. I know there's a lot of different things you could be doing, different people you could be watching, but you're hanging out here while we play a little bit of Dredge. Yeah, you probably want to add some lands if you cut Wraiths. I agree with that. What would you recommend to play at a team event for Modern? I think I would recommend playing whatever reasonable deck you enjoy playing. Here's the dirty secret to Magic that most people don't tell you. Even when you're winning a lot at Magic, you're not making that much money. So if you're genuinely not happy while you're playing Magic, you shouldn't be doing it. So even if you like winning, if you're miserable while you're playing a given Magic deck, just don't play it. It's not worth it to do that. I've been playing and testing your Saheeli Cobra deck. It's been pretty fun, either comboing or just grinding out games. Do you think the deck's worth buying into? Is it competitive for professional tournaments outside of my F&M while I'll mostly be playing it? Yeah, I think the deck's fine. I think it's better than a lot of the bad decks people play in Modern. But that sets the bar incredibly low. People play some really awful decks in this format. Alright, well, this Dredge brings back... Hey, there's a donation there. Play Dredge again with your suggestion to my list. Thanks, bud. I do appreciate it. What if you're winning all the games at the Pro Tour? Magic has enough variance in it that even if you are playing the best deck in Modern, you're not giving yourself that much more of a chance to win than playing most other decks in the format. There's a lot of variance in Magic. There's especially a lot of variance in Modern. Yeah, I figured as much. Iron, no worries. Yeah. Why are you screaming? What? It's just your brother. It's just your brother, dude. Whoa, we hit a Narcomoeba. I forgot what that card looks like. I elected to mute myself there rather than force everyone to listen to what is currently going on in the background of my home. Elspeth Sun's Champion. Yeah, that's pretty good. If we were better at dredging, we'd be able to beat through this, but I don't think we're gonna be able to beat through this game. We'll see. We'll give it the old college best here. To go ahead and dredge this. I guess I get to flashback a looting this turn. Okay, we had a Narcomoeba. Maybe this Driven to Despair can push through lethal. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead. I don't want to play this Gemstone Mine yet because I want to get Bloodghast in my bin potentially.
Yay! The bot on my back. Ooh.
Your bot is cool, Declan. Your bot is the coolest bot I've ever seen.
Alright, so I'm gonna do this and this. I'm gonna go ahead and attack them with everything here. Yeah, I'm gonna attack them with everything. Yeah, I'm aware that Despair gives menace. That's why I said with enough hits here, Despair could push through for us. We should strive to be smarter and thinner, I agree. We also have Conflagrates in our deck right now, so that's good. We could potentially get some Conflagrates back here if we don't get like angered here. The format is really miserable, Chris. I've tried to play the Commander format a bunch of times, and like, the format's high variance by design and also not balanced very well, and then the matches are best of one, which is just like the wombo combo of misery, basically. So this is awkward that they get to leave Cryptic Command up here, which kind of sucks.
What, baby?
Yeah, it's probably very close to Hearthstone, yeah. Okay, we're gonna get Cryptic Commanded here and be really sad, but this getting Cryptic Commanded means that something else isn't getting Cryptic Commanded later. Like, this is the type of matchup where, like, some discard would be very good. Thought Seizes or something of that nature.
Your eyes is cool.
Whoa, we didn't get... I'm attacking them with everything here, because every one of these that hits my opponent makes them discard a card.
Why are you doing that?
And they all have menace, so they have to double block my other things. Settle the wreckage. Alright, we're done. Next game. Next game. Because the Elspeth doesn't matter. I want to kill my opponent. I want to kill my opponent. The Elspeth is irrelevant. I don't think the Elspeth matters in the slightest. Oh, I was so excited. Again, like, this is the type of matchup where having some Thought Seizes or Collective Brutalities goes a long way. So.
Okay, I need a hug. Hug.
I mean, like, I don't have anything that I can afford to play around there, right? Like, I have to kill my opponent faster. So, like, it's not like we could play, like, it's not like if Settle was on my radar or something, I could play around there. It's just like, no, we have to go for it. Yeah, I think Settle's a fine card in Modern. I think Grixis is just much better. I think there might be worth discussing some merit to playing Sultai Shadow or 5-color Shadow, but you want Stubborn Denial in your Shadow deck. Stubborn Denial is a messed up magic card. Play it. Is this good enough? I feel like this opener's not good enough. I think I'm gonna go try and do better at 7. It seems okay. This is like turn 2, 5 power. Beast prototype. I'll bottom that for now. I want to just bin these two and get 5 power into play on turn 2. I mean, except Mana Tithe is unplayable, and like that card is fine. That's the difference there. Mana Tithe is unplayable garbage. I'm just casting this other Bloodghast here, right? Are they gonna spell stare my Bloodghast? They're just fetching a shock land. We're getting pathed. I'm okay with that, right? I get to go ahead and get this Faithless Looting off next turn now. Hey, -3 Karn. I appreciate the subscription. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Rain's kind of anemic here, which is a little sad. Alright, we don't know. Hey, the chosen one, 124. With that brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much for sending your Amazon Fun money this way this month. I do appreciate it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks everyone that's hanging out here today. closing out the magic portion of today's stream with a little bit of dredge action.
Don't touch it.
Am I getting electrolytes here? Are they just fetching? We getting Snap Path? Snap Path's gonna be a little annoying. Smells like Snap Path. Yep. Yep. All right, we get to flashback. We get to flashback looting at least here. I think Hex or Eternal, but I think it depends on what you want to get out of a card game. I think if you want to play a quality competitive card game that's a good game, Hex is the better game. But if you're looking for something to play on your cell phone or to like play in 5-minute bursts while you poop, I think Eternal is definitely the better soundbite game. Like Hex doesn't have a mobile client because they don't restrict the amount of units that you can have on screen at any given point. Hex also has, like, if you're interested in like playing card games competitively, Hex has two $1,000 cash tournaments that you can play every single weekend, and an invite-only $5,000 cash tournament that happens every other month that you can qualify for to enter. So, like, from a competitive game standpoint, it definitely has a lot more going on. I do poop a lot, yep. That being said, you didn't mention it, but my #1 play while you poop game on your cell phone is definitely Epic Card Game. Epic Card Game is fantastic. And their digital client is reasonable. It's still in alpha, but I like it a lot. Dredge, the Stinkweed Imp. We have 2 Narcos and a Prized Amalgam here. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. I did not ever play Soulforge. That one flamed out before I was able to ever try it. I don't, can you be specific, Chopper John? And like, you know, and encouraging people to be specific here. What does magic feely mean? Be specific. Cause I think Hex is a lot closer to magic than Eternal is. Hey buddy, what's going on? Do you want to watch a show? Oh, Mom and Jake went upstairs to get batteries. That's okay. Hey, I'm fine with differing of opinions, but like, just like articulate yourself or don't talk. Those are the rules here. Your username's familiar. You're probably familiar with those rules. Prized Amalgam popping back up here. Yeah, definitely. As far as like gameplay goes, I enjoy Pokemon TCG a lot. Pokemon TCG is really good gameplay. Yeah, this is the 3rd game in this match. We are 1-1. We got blown up by a Settle the Wreckage in the 2nd game. Or Pay to Spew, always an option. Exactly, there's someone that's really bad here. Detention Sphere is gonna suck. Engineered Explosives, that's fine. My kids eat sparingly. I've never played Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm gonna Darkblast this here, just because they're gonna use it to chump block one of my Prized Amalgams and then blow this Engineered Explosives up. So basically, I'm using this Darkblast as a deal some amount of damage, deal 3 damage to them. The Prized Amalgam entered my bin, that's decent. There's a Faithless Looting in my discard too still. Does Seth have children? Are there any Bloodghast left in my deck? There's 2 Bloodghast left in my deck. Alright, let's flash back this Faithless Looting then, since there's 2 Bloodghast left in my deck. Oh, you know what? I had a Driven to Despair in my bin. That was a punt. That was actually a pretty big punt. I don't have my graveyard popped out here. I should have. I definitely should have cast Driven to Despair there and binned the 2 cards in my opponent's hand. Could have emptied my opponents out of cards here, and then we almost certainly win this game, right? So there's 2 of those hiding in my bin there, and I wasn't paying attention because we were talking about Magic and Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Dredge is a really complicated deck to play. It's very powerful, but it's very complicated, and like, I haven't played this deck a ton, so like, the lines aren't second nature to me at this point. So I'm kind of making mistakes that I wouldn't be making if I was more familiar with the deck, while also multitasking here. We won anyways, it looks like, so we're 1-2 in this league now. I believe we're 1-2. I've played Dredge a couple times before, but like a lot of these things are like, they're little things that need to be second nature, right? The Simian Spirit Guides have been impressive. The Street Wraiths have not. We'll make some changes and run it back on another day.
No! Go upstairs. We're going upstairs because I... Go upstairs.
All right. Well, we could get got by a snare or a spell pierce here, but I'm just gonna go for it. Not playing this deck to not go for it, and we get things in the bin regardless, right? So even if they counter this, I'm gonna get to cycle a Street Wraith. There's much wailing and gnashing of teeth. Yeah, that resolved. That's good for us. 2 Narcomoebas. And then no dredgers. All right. I mean, I guess we got that going for us. We got 5 power on turn 1, but we didn't get any more dredgers. I'll take it, I suppose. The children are loud. Opponent doesn't want to play Magic anymore. Come back, opponent. Come back. I'm gonna bring in these Driven to Despairs. Only 5 power. Opponent concedes. This monkey card, man. He's good people. He's good people. They want to do anything else there. It reaffirms my decision of getting the vasectomy. What do I want in the dark here? Do I want some Nature's Claims in the dark? And this is why Abrupt Decay is kind of a nice card to have in the board too. Because like Abrupt Decay is kind of this generic answer where like even if they don't have Grafdigger's Cage or something, the decay hits, like it's probably gonna have text at some point. I'm just gonna board these in for now in the dark. They could be the As Foretold deck. I guess Nature Claim is like an okay hedge. Yeah, Simian, the fast mana should not be legal in this format. I don't understand why it's legal. This hand doesn't have. This hand like has the Conflag flashback. My Conflag dump my hand line. Is that good enough? That's really slow, right? I'm gonna mulligan this. I feel like I could do better on whatever number of cards this is. This hand is okay with a Insolent Neonate, a Faithless Looting, or a Cathartic Reunion. I feel like this one could go back, but I also feel like it's close. I feel like on the draw with a Scry. I think I'm going to keep this on the draw with a Scry. There are a lot better 5-card hands. That's fair. I don't know. I definitely wouldn't keep this card at 7, hand at 7 without a discard outlet, but they're playing Blue Tron. Okay. Yeah, it probably should have gone to 5. Oh, Narco being in the openers makes it bad too. Yeah, that's really fair. That's like a great like tiebreaker, right? This hand feels close, but it has Narcomoeba in the opener, so it's miserable. Don't do it. I like that as a tiebreaker. Oh, you know what? Is this just... Yeah, this is just these two, right? Just put 5 power into play. Because I have my little Neonate here to get dredging going. Now, I think holding a land is holding... When we mulliganed, I think hoping to just discard naturally is ambitious. I think I'd rather just hope to hit like we did. So worth noting, if I would have burned the Spirit Guide there, I could have gotten another Bloodghast back with this land drop. But I also think that... Well, Eldrazi Temple in their deck. Okay. I also think that holding this to flash back this Faithless Looting next turn is probably not unreasonable. I think Thought-Knot Seared. Smells like a Thought-Knot Seer, right? Yeah. Okay. Weird. Blue Eldrazi Tron. This just be like classic blue Tron with 1 Temple and TKS. Am I dredging here? I don't have any lands in my bin. I'm just gonna dredge this Stinkweed Imp. Dakmor Salvage is a great hit here because we flipped another Bloodghast into the bin. Oh god, this was... Okay, and again, this is just like one of those things where if you're good at dredge and you're used to it, you don't do this. I should have attacked first, right? Now I can't get my thing back. So I've missed 2 points of damage because of my sequencing here. And I'm sure someone in Twitch chat's going to tell me how I missed those points of damage, and then I'm going to talk about it immediately after, but yep, it's one of those things. I should bin the Loam to play around another Thought-Knot Seer as well. Alright. We dead yet? I feel like we're getting pretty close to dead. I put an Ulamog on top of their deck. They're pretty far off of casting that one. Alright, we're gonna dredge Stinkweed here. Hopefully we hit Conflag plus some lands. So all of these things come back. I did hit Conflag plus lands as well, though. Okay, well, this is just like one of those messed up dredge things, right? I guess it's basically just like the definition of a messed up dredge hand. Block however you want. I'm gonna loam some lands back. I'm gonna use Conflag to clean up your stuff. All my creatures that you block in combat, I'm gonna bring back into play. As long as we don't get Ugin or all is dusted, we're gonna be in a great spot. Why not Menace spell? Yeah, I guess I could have loamed first. I kind of want to kill their stuff, though. I guess I'd have emptied their hand, so maybe that's worthwhile. I keep forgetting about the Menace spell, if we're being honest. It wasn't on my lines. I kind of zoned in on... I talked about conflagrating, and then I zoned in on being able to do that. That's probably incorrect. I should probably play the Menace spell. Okay, I get to clean their board up here, right? I get to do 1 and 3. Red. Thought I hit a conflag. I did hit a conflag. 1 and 3. We get to draw a card from killing this Thought-Knot Seer, which lets me dredge too. Bring back 9 power worth of amalgams. Sorry, only 6 power worth of amalgams. And then this turn we'll get to flashback Driven to Despair and empty their hand. It's funny, people pointed to Grave Troll being the reason why this deck got such a power level increase and they banned Grave Troll again. It's like, no, the actual problem with Dredge is like they printed Cathartic Reunion and Prized Amalgam. Like that's the actual problem with this deck. I'm gonna dredge this Loam, flashback this first Despair. If they counter this, we'll flashback the other one. But if they don't counter this one, I can just go ahead and play this. I think this deck would still be good without Reunion. I agree that Prized Amalgam is the card that pushes it fully over the top, but Cathartic Reunion definitely didn't hurt, right? It's Menace, dude. Remember that time I missed 2 points of damage? Now my opponent's going to illegal blocking. Correct. I don't know why you're telling me that it's an illegal block Magic Online. I don't know why you're telling me that it's an illegal block Magic Online. Conflag is also quite good, but Prized Amalgam and is definitely the card that put it over the top. Like, opponent doesn't want to play anymore. Sweet, so we're 2-2 now. Okay, ham-fisted that a little bit, but we got him. See if we can finish the scoreboard and get our fun dollar ruse back with Dredge. We're waiting for the last match to pop. I'd just like to say good morning, afternoon, good night to everyone wherever you're in the world. Thanks for joining us here. My name is Jeff Hoagland. We're hanging out playing some Magic the Gathering Online, playing some Modern Ape Dredge this afternoon. This is a donation deck list from one of my subscribers. If you're enjoying what you see, please make sure you hit that follow button. It doesn't cost you anything, helps other people find my stuff. If you're really enjoying what you see, please consider subscribing on Twitch. That's the absolute best way you can support my content here. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors, mtgotraders.com. I'd love to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you. If you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using promo code Jeff12, you get 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, binders. They really do all sorts of stuff. I've got my face on a binder here. It's kind of great. You can get your face on a binder in Inked Gaming. And finally, SpareDeck.com offers kind of a unique service. They will rent you any physical standard or modern deck. Let's say you want to try something like Dredge, but you don't own all these cards. You can rent them from SpareDeck. This hand's a touch slow, but I think it's fine. We're on the draw. I get to go Reunion, bin these two on two, and then I have Street Wraith as well, so this might be okay. If we hit a monkey on one, the hand is nuts. They're incredible, and I love them. Well, I'm glad you like them. And our next. Ooh, do I want to? Yeah, I think I still just want to play this on one. Stomping Ground could be a few things. Probably Valakut, the most common Valakut deck. Oh, you do have the golden ones. That's right. That's right. There aren't a lot of golden pews out there. Minimal number of golden pews in the world. So probably not. I guess there's versions of Valakut that have plain Nahiri and stuff in them, but this is probably not that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and play Cathartic Reunion here. Discard. I'm just going to discard both of these just in case we miss on Dredgers with this Darkblast. Really would prefer to hit. I could discard the Bloodghast to get back next turn, but I think I want to just maximize my chances of like going off this turn. I have to draw 5 cards potentially here. Golgari Thug is good. For butchering my name, it's Onyx, right? Onyx. All right, and now there's no value in doing anything right now, right? I want to cycle these Street Wraiths during my opponent's second main phase potentially here. No, notifications are up. I hurt myself. If you just resubbed, make sure you hit submit. After you actually subscribe, you have to send the notification through. Are they playing the Saheeli deck? They might be playing the Saheeli deck. Is this a Renegade Rallier? Is my opponent about to play Renegade Rallier? Look what we've created, chat. Look what we've done. We did this to ourselves. All right, hopefully Hopefully we hit a Narcomoeba here. We really want to hit a Narcomoeba here. We've got what, 8 looks at a Narcomoeba at least. If we hit a Narcomoeba, we're gonna be in a great spot. God, I'm really bad at dredging Narcomoeba. And come on, 3 more. Come on, Narcomoeba, please. Yeah, Narco! All right, turn 2, 7 power. Let's go. Let's go. Nice Saheeli, nerd. All right. All right, what are we doing here? Gonna dredge this Loam. Yep. I'm just gonna kill their Saheeli here. Attack Saheeli, attack Saheeli, attack you. This is a matchup where, again, I wish I had Conflag. Oh, there's 2 Bloodghasts in my bin right now. Well, that's pretty good for us. We're gonna go ahead and... Are there any Faithless Lootings in here? There aren't. Just want to make sure we don't miss that. And if they're playing my Saheeli list, Dredge isn't very popular. I'm not playing any Graveyard Hate in my Saheeli list. Which is pretty funny. That Hogland, he publishes a Saheeli list with no Graveyard Hate, plays Dredge. What scum. What a scum lord. So I get back another 7 power worth of poopers here. Flashback Simian Spirit Guide, right? Played the long con the whole time. If you're a Saheeli player at home who's watching this and going, oh no, what do I do to beat Dredge? Loaming Shaman is one of your best tools. You could play Scavenging Ooze, but you don't always make a ton of green mana. I think Loaming Shaman is your best tool. Oh no. Alright, they're done. So this is these out. This is a Conflagrate Darkblast in matchup. I want Driven to Despair. I'm gonna put one of these in my deck. I think that card might be good. I'm boarding in 2 Dredgers so I can cut a Thug. I think all the spoilers are pretty much just too weak for Standard, seems like. Just sad. I miss Magic Standard format. Magic Standard format, when it was good, is just like my favorite. But it just hasn't been good in a long time, which is really sad. When was the last time I really enjoyed Magic Standard format? Probably when Sylvan Caryatid was legal. I guess it was after that. We had probably the Jeskai Black, Mardu, Abzan, Mush. I like that format. Siege Rhino was fine. I think Merfolk has any chance? Probably not in Standard. After we wrap up this last match in this Modern League, we're going to play a little bit of Hex for a short while. It's pretty good, right? It's a little painful, but it's good other than that. Darkblast is pretty good in this matchup. I think the 3/4 that what's it called? Oh, that's a good draw. There's that 3/4 that has Quazzily Pride Mage text on it. I think that card's pretty reasonable. Why is this called Ape Dredge? Because we have 4 Simian Spirit Guides in it. They mulliganed again. I'm gonna go ahead and do this during their second main phase, just in case we hit Narco plus Amalgam like a pro. We're not a professional, but that's fine. Well, there's a Narco. Little reunion going on here. It does go ape. If you're a Legacy fan, you're going to want to make sure you read my article on what day of the week it is. My article on Friday on Gathering Magic. It's called The Ape's Guide to Legacy. It's quite fantastic. If you're one of my subscribers, you can take a peek at it now in my subs Discord server. Five, 4, 5. Narco trigger. Still no amalgams though, huh? Just top half of our deck, no amalgams. We did hit a conflag. We had 2 conflags in that last one. That's good for us. We did hit a Bloodghast in there at least. Yep, you 3-2. Grab the Stinkweed Imp. Okay, we got a Bloodghast and an Amalgam in here now. I'm gonna do this. There's a Faithless Looting in here too, right? Just gonna go ahead and hit that for now. I don't actually have that many dredgers left in here, do I? Down to Dakmor Salvages. So next turn, we get to cast Loam plus Conflag my opponent. Clean their board up a little bit. Amalgam back, so we've got 6, 7, 8 power in play right now. Just foiled out my 5-color creatures deck in paper for Judge promo hierarchs that came in the day. That's sweet. I saw the Lotus Cobra promo is really slick. Michael Jacobs had them when he was playing the Rallier deck. That bodes well for us. Just kind of flailing around over there. Elvish Spirit Guide is in Modern Legal Anoronics. You have Eternal Witness? Did they fetch the wrong land? Were they expecting to rally her and fetch the wrong land? I think they wanted to rally her there and fetch the wrong land. I'm gonna jump with this. All my lands are dealing me damage. I'm gonna jump with this. Okay. And a 5-drop are we getting? Okay, that's cute. That's cute. Dredge, Stinky here. I go ahead and cast Life from the Loam. Back this, get back this, get back this. Another Amalgam in there. I'll get to kill my Bloodghast this turn, but that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and flash back this Conflagrate. I have 8 cards. I could send 3 here and send 5 here. 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this 1, 2. Is that it? Is that gonna work? Okay, I clicked too many before, but I can't see what number I'm conflagging them for because Magic Online's user interface is amazing. So I get to kill my Bloodghast, which is whatever. I'm gonna take 10 this turn, so my Bloodghast will have haste next turn. And I'm getting a Prized Amalgam back this turn. Best UINA. You got a Lotus Cobra, friendo. We have a Dakmor, we have a Loam too, so a lot of choices here. I have another Conflag in there as well, so we'll dredge the Loam, and then we can play a land and then Conflag for 2 still. Just all most roads lead to Rome here. Don't want to get the Loam countered. Yeah, I guess that's... No, there's no counter spells in their deck. To play Dredge Roulette. They are playing Cobra Saheeli. Okay. They're doing stuff. Opponent is certainly doing stuff. That's fair, Herlin. I'm not sure actually. Not sure like what exactly is optimal in the context of whatever we're doing here. They're actually just dead on board, even before I dredge anything. Well, I appreciate that. I'm glad you're enjoying it. We're just trying to have a good time, play a lot of different sweet things here. Yeah, so thoughts on this deck. This deck is similar to traditional Dredge, but it's got Simian Spirit Guides and Street Wraiths kind of wedged into the main deck here to kind of speed things up. We call it Ape Dredge because it's got Simian Spirit Guides, the ape here. There was a variation of Dredge with Simian Spirit Guides that top 8 in an open last year or the year before, and I really kind of like that. I think this is a neat way to try and beat things like Storm by going a little bit faster with a deck like this. I think the Street Wraiths were kind of unimpressive. They were pretty consistently awkward, and like when you put this many slots into a plan like this, you kind of run out of room for some important things. Like our Conflagrates were in the sideboard, and as you saw, like in this set, the Conflagrates were really important in a lot of our matchups. So I'm gonna put some thought into this deck on exactly what I would do. I'm gonna talk to Matt too, because Matt's played a ton of Dredge and he really likes this archetype. But I think it would be trim these Street Wraiths. We definitely want at least 2 Conflagrates in the main. We might want 1 more land if we're trimming 4 cantrips, and then some number of way to kill like Scavenging Ooze in the 75 lightning axes, abrupt decay, something like that. I probably want some mix of thought seizes and collective brutalities in the sideboard. Those can take rest in pieces out of people's hands or let you play around settle the wreckage or cryptic commands a little bit better. At any rate, I am all done with Magic for the day. We're going to go ahead and wrap the end of the stream here with a couple matches of Hex TCG. Hex is a fully digital TCG. It's very similar to Magic, but it has a lot of distinct differences. Because it's only digital, it's able to kind of leverage the digital design space in a couple of really nice ways. They have a $1,000 cash tournament that's standard constructed this Saturday, and I top aided that last weekend, so I plan to play that again on this Saturday. One of